You know, they say that it's hard to teach an old dog new tricks, but I feel like if you keep an open mind, you can always learn something new. So for years, I have fished these keel weighted hooks when I want a slow fall of the bait and I don't want it to punch down into the vegetation, so it settles on top of it and then I can drag it, and I catch a lot of fish that way. But that's not what this tip is about. What this tip is about is I'm fishing with Jeff Little, and he's like, hey, you ever put a bead in front of your hook when you're fishing through duckweed and grass so that it doesn't bind up as bad? And I'm like, no. So I put this bead on this Woo Tungsten acrylic bead, but I went ahead and put a line stop on there to hold it in place. And so really all that is just a Woo Tungsten acrylic bead and one of their line stops to keep it in place. And I'm just going to be honest with you and say that I'm embarrassed at how simple that was, and it's not something that I ever thought of. But I left the hook slightly exposed because that blunt edge was catching grass, and I was using the hook for the same concept. But this takes it to the next level, and it's so slick and it's so round that it just comes through the grass and it doesn't bind it up. You combine that with the keel weighted hook so it falls flat and lands and it doesn't nose over and wedge. And that is the ultimate 1-2 punch for finesse plastics, especially if you're fishing oversized creature baits like this, real slow through the grass. And yeah, you got to give credit where credit's due. Jeff said that the snakehead guys, where he's from, figured that little trick out, and works like a champ. And it'll be part of my arsenal from now on, and you can adopt that and make it part of your arsenal. So keeps soft plastics from fouling up in the grass as bad. Just a simple, add a bead to the front.